DC here. Hi guys and gals. Well, I've just finished Dave Nicholson's last Saturday tag and I'm walking around. I should have gone for my normal walk, but when I left there was drops of rain and I thought, well, I'll just walk around the pond, which is just opposite our house at the park. And you know, if I just do the circuit, I get and do my walks anyway, which is good. But you know, I'm beside a road and so on, so it's not quite as interesting as when I walk more in the countryside. Oh, it's been another one of those weeks up to now, and we're only Wednesday. Well, some of you know that our furnace died early this year, and that we have to change it, and because of the energy transition laws here, well, we can't just, you know, repair it and so on. It was beyond, so to say, repair, and we can't just replace it because it's with heating oil, so we've got to go to something else. Okay, all things said, we're going to a heat pump system, but the work has started slowly. It's been taking it took about 8 months back order to get the material and so on, and the work has started. When I say the work is, the heat pump will be outside, so there's we had to get a permit, and there's the gardeners came and made a special type of cement base. I think I mentioned that the last time. And so, yeah. And then this week, we got what they call the energy certificate. Yeah, an energy certificate. Which, of course, costs like, what, $1,200 Swiss francs and 1,200 American dollars about. And we're lucky because I found the cheapest offer, I mean. Maybe not the cheapest person, but the cheapest offer was a retired person who was still doing these things. So you see, 1,200 was the cheapest one. And basically, to make a total analysis of the energy needs of the house, on the way it was built, on the windows, on the electrical appliances, on. We had to go through and pull out documents that were 25 years old, and so on. But finally, we've got that document, which is needed if we want to ask for subsidies. Now, I have no idea how many subsidies we'll get, if any, but now that has to be done. And you can see Switzerland, people love paperwork in Switzerland. So we're going through that. Hopefully, by the end of this year, we'll have it. I've got the heating system running partially. We've got a temporary hot water system because it was the same heating system that was heating the water and the house. Anyway, so having said that, you know, we've got it partially working, but man, that's a lot of money. And I did talk about it last time, so I won't go into the details. But that was on that side of things. And then in the morning in breakfast, I was eating some cereal, Weetabix. I think those are there Weetabix in North America? There are in Great Britain, I know. I'm trying to remember if they're actually Weetabix. Anyway, I was eating that, and all of a sudden I thought that, I said, that can't be. Is there a bit of glass in the Weetabix? It was a crown that came off, and I was biting into the crown. So I took it out of my mouth, cleaned it up, and of course then I saw it was clearly the shape of a tooth, and I also felt in my mouth that there was something missing. So called my dentist and managed on the same day to get an emergency appointment where he put the crown basically back in place. And he was really, really annoyed, not with me, but he's a new dentist, and he does everything really modern-like. But he said that this is the 5th crown that he's had from a certain supplier that has popped out. So I asked him if he had an insurance. Anyway, from what I understood, this shall probably not cost me anything. It better not. But of course, it was very frustrating for him because, he told me, because I've had 2 crowns this year and a 3rd one is being made. So I don't even want to talk about that right now. But, and he told me, he says, I am concerned. He says, if ever the 2nd one that I put, something happens. I felt like saying, yeah, I was home. It was easy. What if I had been away traveling? Okay, there was no pain involved, but no pleasure either. Yeah. But that's my week up to now, pretty much. I say pretty much because yesterday we did have an outing in the evening at the church, and so a prayer meeting. And you can imagine there's a lot of things to pray for right now. So there was a lot of discussions and so on. It was good. Yeah, we're getting a series of packages ready for the local poor. And people often think that Switzerland is a very rich country, but I can tell you a lot of poor people live here. They hide, so to say. It's a well-known fact, actually, that the Swiss are proud people, and you're not allowed to be poor somehow. And I'm talking about extreme poverty. I'm not talking about, people that all of a sudden have not been able to, I don't know, have a beer or something like that. These are people that are having extreme problems, feeding themselves or stuff. So it's being coordinated in a way. So we took mostly stuff that had to do with hygiene. I mean, a lot of people are taking care of food. And as they were saying, as we were discussing, you don't need 10 times the amount of flour when you don't have anything to wash the clothes, or toothbrush for the kids, or things like that. I'm just saying things like that. So we went for the hygiene stuff, which actually was not the cheapest stuff either, but it's good because you gotta have that stuff, and everything costs. And as it is here, as everywhere else in the world, there's inflation. So I mean, things are costing more. So I think it's a really, really good thing. So we've got this coming up early November. We'll be preparing the packages, and then there'll be there's a Christmas package that's being prepared. It might be gifts for children and stuff like that, looking into that. So it's an important part of the church life as well. You can't just look and talk and pray and do nothing. So that's it anyway. So that's one of the things that's going on. So as you can see, it's only Wednesday, but life has been busy. Yeah, we did have the grandkids over on the weekend, and my daughter-in-law with the 2 grandchildren. My son was working, but we all went together to church, and it was nice because the grandkids got to go to kind of a Sunday school. I say kind of because at their age there's just as much drawing and crafts as anything else, but that's nice. They got to see other kids and have fun and so on. Yeah. Okay, so is that it? I think it is, and I look at the time, it should be. So that'll be DC signing off. Take care, everybody. Hope you're all well and that you have a good week, because it is hump day. Take care. Bye-bye.